everyone, I'm Rhiannon from Locations Estate Agents, and welcome to another Locations Lifestyle and Business segment. Today I'm with Alicia Williams, who's also from Locations Estate Agents, and we're just going to do a little interview with her.
Thank you, Rhiannon. Great to be speaking with you and being interviewed for once instead of being the interviewer.
All right, well, we'll get into it. So first off, I wanted to ask you who you are, what your role is, and what your business is.
Okay, so for everyone playing at home, they probably have seen me somewhere on a for sale signboard or on social media, but I'm Alicia Williams, the Director and Principal at Locations Estate Agents in Gladstone. I am a working principal, so I also am on the tools, for a better word. I'm still out there selling, leasing commercial residential property, but also running the actual agency. I've been doing real estate now for about 10 years almost. You can probably tell by my dyed hair on why we would dye hair, but it's been a really great experience so far.
Oh, that's great. That's good to hear. And what's your story so far?
So story so far, I got into real estate, as I said, about 10 years ago, and that was following a career in accounting and also finance. I wasn't planning on getting into real estate. It was something that I literally fell into. I was pretty burnt out after working as a finance broker and had some time off and was looking to maybe get into industry or do something different. Funnily enough, something where you're not talking to people, because I was just really, really burnt out. And my uncle had approached me about working in real estate, and there was a lot of self-doubt in that. I thought, I don't want to be that dodgy real estate agent. You know, that's not me. People don't trust real estate agents. A lot of that horrible stuff going on inside. Anyway, so it turns out I did my sales certificate. I did it online, and then started working for them at Remax here in Gladstone. And within 12 months decided to go as a conjunctional agent. So that means getting your full license, which is what you need to run an agency to become a conjunctional agent. And that's like a contractor, for a better word, but not the correct legal term. But at Remax, you have obviously the operating principal, and then you have employees of that principal, but also then like contractors who run their own business under that Remax banner. And that's where I met a lot of my early real estate friends and colleagues who I still talk to today. Jock Gocken, Jamie Oliver, he's at Westpac now. There's Sue Shelks, her son is Mick Benz that does the locksmiths. Who else did we work with there? There was Judith Dunstan, she's now moved on. Di moved on. We had a really, really good crew. And even Ange Canando that worked with us at Location, she actually was at Remax as well. So it's funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, we all sort of work out in different ways. So lots of history there. But looking forward, made some changes when the market started to go down after the LNG boom, and Locations was created, and we haven't really looked back.
Yes, I can back that up.
You've been along the ride.
We're going strong.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And what's the biggest challenge you've faced in the last 12 months?
Oh, look, there's so much that happens on a daily basis that people
It's been a crazy year this year.
Yeah, it has.
It's hard to pick one.
That's exactly right. There's a few. And as much as COVID has been a challenge for a lot of businesses and not a nice news story, and we respect that 100%, it's been pretty painful. It's actually been a bit of a blessing for our business and how we've been able to, move shop. That was a big one. We've done a substantial refit on the new shop as well. So having that closure period enabled us to do that. I don't think we could have done that without having that, shutdown period over COVID. COVID was also good to us in terms of the grants and funding that were available. That helped our business be able to do the refurbishment. I don't think we would have been able to do that as well without that sort of funding and support. But some of our biggest challenges, I think, are rolling forward the technology that we were thinking about anyway, but COVID forced us to do that. But at least with COVID, everyone knew that there were so many changes. It wasn't just our business in general.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting how many programs we were able to use during COVID. that we've
Yeah.
just continued using now. Now that even we're back in the office, we just find them so much easier to use.
Yeah, just chopping and changing. Even jot form that we used so much at the start,
Yeah.
routines is not, as prevalent now because we're back out doing routines, but at least we've developed that process if we need it again.
Yep.
And probably the biggest one is the phone systems, which you will obviously know as well, as
Yes.
being a property manager and being at home was very, very difficult, even for clients, just having that connectivity because of the private numbers, and protecting your privacy was with your phone number. So having that MyTel system and the connectivity through the app on the phone and all of the above is just really, really good. So, to answer your question, biggest challenge this year, I think it would just be rolling out the amount of change that we've needed to, that we had scheduled, but having to do it and do it quickly while keeping up with legislative changes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep. All right. And do you have a current goal for the next 12 months?
I certainly do. Always have goals. And as Judy Reynolds would say, it's a plan, not a promise. So it's okay if those goals change. The big one for us is securing our building, to buy that outright and be our own landlord. That's always been a goal of mine. So working on that at the moment. Hopefully the lenders will be very kind to us, the lending gods. We'll see what they do.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, big goal. And
yeah, that's good.
The other goal that I had 12 months ago was to grow our sales team. And it's funny when you put those things out there, how different people present. So when Cassie Paulson had put in a resume, at that time I thought, oh shit, we can't really afford anyone else. But if I wanted to grow my team and actually do my role and not burn out, we couldn't afford not to have her. So by having Cass, then we have been able to grow the team. The sales agents have, a manager to help them. It's not just all on me, because I was finding even with Kat, before she came a property manager, you come in from a busy day of appointments, you've got PM issues, sales issues, HR issues, admin issues, and just too much, just completely overwhelming and overloading and losing my temper, which we've all seen.
Yes.
Thing. So it was good to put those people in those places. And I think going forward, our next goal internally as well will be to further develop our marketing team and our digital influence in the community, and make sure that people see value in what we do. Because as the real estate market gets busier, which it is, we've already seen the introduction of some of these cheaper or discount firms, which is okay. Like that happens in any market, and we have to understand that will happen. But how do we position ourselves to ensure that people see our value, understand our value, and that we do good business and good work in the community?
Yeah, definitely. All right, perfect. That's a good goal.
So many goals,
and many goals. Do you have any words of advice for other people in the industry? Yeah,
look, real estate is one of those things where everyone thinks it's about property. And one of the first things I was told is it's got nothing to do with property so much. It's more about people. It's definitely a people business. You would have heard Greg Cleese say that the other day when he came into our office and talked about climbing Success Mountain and talking about his experience in business. And it is definitely people. And when people think, oh, in real estate, you're in sales. Well, everyone's in sales. It doesn't matter if you're at the post office or the news agency, or you're working, in a clerical job somewhere. Everyone's in sales, because we need to ensure that turnover is coming into the business to make sure that they are profitable and sustainable and viable, that they continue those employees. But it's really about people. And the talk that I gave at the Babes and Bubbles event recently was around relationships first, business second. And I think that's really, really prevalent in our regional community, because you have to be able to walk down the street and look at someone in the face and say, yeah, I've done a really good job for you. In the city, it's probably a little bit more disconnect, because there's just so much volume and it's maybe a little bit more cutthroat. But still, I feel the agents that do well are those who invest the time in people and actually have good, purposeful relationships with people. And that's not just clients or prospective clients, that's other third parties, other professionals. You make time for those people, you schedule it in, even if it's a quarterly catch up or a 6-monthly catch up. You go and talk to them, hear what they have to say, be very active in the listening and see if there's common issues or problems that can be solved. So the biggest word of advice is communication and also relationships with people.
Definitely agree with you on that one. You would already know that I'm a people person, so one of my favorite parts of the job is definitely connecting with the community. So yeah, definitely agree.
I think you do that quite
Any
well, and the feedback
Yeah.
has been that too, is that you definitely have to have that. It doesn't matter if you're the boss or you're in a different level. It's just connecting. You are your own brand.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's really important to make people feel like they're personally known kind of thing. They're not just another number. And of course, from our side in the industry, it's really important that we make people aware that we're not all just robots, we're people as well. And we like to engage with other people. So it's always nice to make those personal connections. Definitely agree with that. Any further words?
No, I don't think I've got any further words. I could talk all day. But I feel like if people were considering real estate we get this question a lot, as you know, people are like, oh, what's real estate like? There's property management or sales. I think there's definitely property managers that will step up in the next decade because of the technology and service, and they will start operating more like a salesperson role where they have that really good relationship. It's not just, clock off at 4 or 5 and that's it. They understand the importance of scheduling and servicing clients. I think that's really important. But for people who are considering real estate, the best thing you can do is go and get your real estate certificate straight up. Because for an employer, it's very, very difficult in our industry to employ someone who doesn't have it. And by the time you do the course and everyone thinks, oh yeah, I'll just do it online. It's the worst way to do it. And everyone that we've done, we're like, don't do it online. And people are like, oh, I'll just do it online. And they end up doing it, at a course location. I would definitely recommend spending the 3 or 4 days that it is, get it done, get it out of the way, invest that time and money up front, because you will make yourself more attractive to employers because you are ready to go. And the second part of that, because it is a big delay, is making sure that that certificate is registered with the Office of Fair Trading. Even if you just do it for a year, because you're not really sure on what that looks like, you just need it. And the more experience you have and the qualifications and pieces of paper that people can tick off or an employer can tick off, it makes it very easy to put them into a real estate role and get that experience. And don't be afraid to ask for work experience in a real estate role. I don't know if you did it, Rhiannon, but we had different people that have come in. We've done a trial for a few days just to see if they actually like it. We don't just hang out at cocktail bars and coffee shops and go, clothes shopping. As a real estate agent, it's often really high-paced, energetic work, like mentally draining work. And you've got to be quick on the computer, quick on the phone calls, quick out there doing it. It's quite an exhausting job. So, but play hard. Work hard, play hard is always.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyone considering real estate, consider it properly, do it properly, get prepared and organised and qualified properly, and then I think you're in a much better position to take advantage of different roles that come up within the local community.
Perfect. Well, that's good advice. As you know, I just handed in my resume at reception one day and I had a trial and decided, I liked the feel of the office and everything, and that's how I started off. I was in reception for quite a while and then moved up to property manager. So it's definitely achievable for people who have never been in the industry before.
And also it's funny that how many people have come from a hospitality background that move into real estate.
Yeah, because I know that you've come from a hospitality background as well as I have as well. It's very, I think my favorite aspect of the job is that people connecting with people and making those personal connections. I think it's really important.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. All right. So I have a couple of extra questions, just two. Won't keep you too long. So I wanted to ask what sparked your interest in real estate? I know you touched on it before, but just wondering if you had any elaboration on that, or was it, pretty much your uncle. Was it your uncle?
Yeah, it was my uncle
Yeah, yeah.
that asked me about it, and a bit of a hard ass, made sure I had all my
Talked you into
qualifications.
it.
Yeah, before I actually started. But that was good because then I could actually be out there and helpful to the team that I was working in. I wasn't
Yep.
sort of like, oh, I can't do that for you yet because I don't have my
Yep.
certificate. Like, how annoying. So that was really, really good. Good foundations there. But I think I quickly realized in real estate is we're really good connectors and enablers in the community. Like the knowledge that real estate people get to learn and share is really privileged sometimes. And a lot of people, you go into a lot of people's homes.
Yeah.
I know myself, I'm a little bit, nervous about people coming into my home. That's my special space. So the fact that so many people have let me into their home and trust me with decisions with their home or their property is really humbling. So when I realized that and that I could add a lot of value to these people, it wasn't just about selling a property or buying a property or leasing a property. It was about finding a solution to their current situation. It might be work or moving. Like there's a whole heap of things that go on with different people, and they just needed someone in that real estate space that they could genuinely trust, who wasn't going to just push the commission agenda because it suited the agent, that had a holistic view. That's probably where I then built my own name and brand in the real estate area or in the real estate industry. So now I'm very, very proud to be a real estate agent. I, never thought I'd say those words. But it's because I've reframed what that actually is, what that means to me, and the value that I can give back both to our team, also to the community. And I find a lot of joy in seeing people grow. And, for example, with yourself, you started with that resume at the front desk, you worked there with Haley on reception, and then eventually worked your way up. That may not have been possible if I didn't back myself in business, have that sort of mindset in our team and that growth potential. We're always looking to grow. And I think that's what makes maybe me a little bit different to a lot of other firms, and our agency a little bit different to other firms, is because we have that growth mindset, that entrepreneurial mindset. And I'm very reluctant to use that word entrepreneurial because I feel it's really misused out there in the at the moment. Everyone's an entrepreneur or a public profile or all of these different things, but are they? What are they actually doing differently, and how are they giving back to the people around them?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's good insight. And my last question, what's your favorite aspect of your job?
Favorite aspect of my job is probably the flexibility. As much as we work some pretty big hours and long hours, if I need to, I can sort of work from home, and that sort of come with COVID too. But before COVID, I was still working from home in the mornings to set myself up for the day, and then in the afternoon be there for the appointments, the meetings, the team, and all of that sort of thing. So I do enjoy that flexibility. And if I want to duck out to lunch with a friend and or a colleague or someone I need to catch up with, I can do that. There's no sort of scheduled thing. So with my personality profile, I do like that variety. There's certain things I need stability on, but then I also like that socializing and that variety. So I think real estate is a really good opportunity to do that, because you can connect with people at the houses and have that social aspect, and every single day is different.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's good. All right, perfect. Well, that's all the questions I have for today. Thank you very much for joining me. It was lovely to talk to you. So, Alicia, if people in the community want to connect or have any further questions for you, what's your contact info where they can reach you on?
I just drive past the local signboard in your area. You'll find it. No, in all seriousness, we're located at 57 Gundoon Street in Gladstone, opposite Lightbox. You can also visit our website, www.locationsestateagents.com.au, and all of our contact details are on there.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you very much. And we'll see you next time, everyone, for the next segment of Locations, Lifestyle and Business.
Thank you, Rhiannon.